Good afternoon and welcome to Rio. So I got here last night and I've just spent the whole day, well, I haven't spent the whole day, I had to do my washing this morning, but I spent the afternoon on Copacabana and the sun is just starting to set over there, as you can see. There are some really big waves on this beach though. But yeah, after spending the afternoon here, it's been nice, but there are some very odd things. Like, there are people selling stuff, all different kinds of stuff, constantly. And like, they will come up to you, even when you're just like sunbathing, and try and sell you stuff, and like stand over you selling you stuff. But yeah, it's been nice. I have one thing I am shocked about though, is this mountain here with the little building on top. That is Sugarloaf, and it's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. But I'm going up there tomorrow, so we can see then how big it is. But yeah, it's been a nice afternoon, but this is the introduction to this video. But yeah, I will see you in the morning. We have a very busy day tomorrow doing lots of touristy things, so I'll see you then. Good morning and welcome to my fourth wonder of the world. Today I am clearly at Christ the Redeemer. So this opens at 8 o'clock in the morning and it's currently 8:45. Look how busy it is. It's not supposed to get busy until 10 apparently, so God knows what it looks like at 10. But yeah, it's got an amazing view though. So here we have got Ipeanema Beach, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, and then this is Copacabana, and then this little mountain here is Sugarloaf, which hopefully I will be going up later today. But yeah, this is the big guy, the thing everyone's come to see. He's got like a little heart on his chest, that's cute. But yeah, so there's multiple ways to get here. So you can get the van, which picks you up in 3 places. Because I'm staying in Copacabana, it picks me up there, and it costs 132 reals, including the ticket. And then you can also get the tram up, which goes through the national park, but that only lives in one place, and it's like in town, and that's 134. And then if you find your own way up, you can just buy the ticket for 87. So it's quite expensive for what it is, but it's very popular. But yeah, here it is. I'll show you the views that I can get without all these people in, but we'll see. So it's now 10 o'clock and it is so busy you can't even move, but I stayed because the clouds were moving, so I managed to get some pictures without like the dark clouds behind it. But there is like a little entrance in the back here, so let's see. Oh, it's like a little chapel. Let's go in the little chapel. So I managed to get a little video, but like everything here is really busy. But you can go paragliding here and see the Redeemer from up top, which is interesting. However, as you know, if you've watched multiple of my previous vlogs where they've been paragliding, I will never do that. But yeah, there was one earlier that went right above it. Oh look, there's one there now. So you could do that and then get a nice unbusy view from the top. But yeah, I'm gonna head down now. There are like quite a few like facts about the Redeemer. I'll show you the thing now. Yeah, so I'll put a picture up now of like some history of it. The paraglider's shouting from up there. Yeah, so I'll put a picture up now, so if you want to read some facts about it, then pause the video when the picture's up. Okay, so now that I'm back at the bottom, I have to wait for the van to go back to Copacabana. So let's have a chat. Is it worth it? Honestly, I was a little underwhelmed. Like, the statue itself isn't as big as it's made out to be, and it's very busy, like incredibly busy. By the time that I left, like, you couldn't even move. You were literally having to like shuffle past each other because there's just like so many people. But it does have good views, and if you want to tick off a wonder of the world, yes. But I mean, I've only been here like a little over an hour, and it was just under £20 entrance. So I mean, it's up to you basically. If it's something you've always wanted to do, still do it. But if you're not really fussed, then there are lots of big hills and mountains in Rio that you can get good views from. And I've been told that Sugarloaf is going to be better views. So once I've been up there, I can tell you which one's better for the views. But yeah, it was good. I'm glad I've been, but it was very overwhelming with all of the crowds. So yeah, just take that. But yeah, now I'm just going to wait and have a drink before I head back to Copacabana and then over to Sugarloaf. So I'll see you then. Okay, so I'm now at Sugarloaf Mountain. So I couldn't ticket online before, it wouldn't work, but there was literally no queue to buy one. And I'm nervous, but let's do this. Yeah, so there's 2 cable cars. So the first one is up this hill here, and then the second one is over to Sugarloaf, which is but as you know, I'm terrified of heights, but I'm sure it'll be fine. The ticket is 195 reals. You can get half price tickets if you're a student or over 65, and they just like need any photo ID for that. So if you're lucky to be one of those people, you can get a discount. But yeah, now the feel of getting up there. Okay, so I made it to the top. It was actually a really quick journey. So there's 2, so I've done the first one. I'm now on one. I can't remember what it's called. I'll put the name on the screen. But I'm going to stay here for a bit. And you can see Christ the Redeemer from here. He's on this hill here. I'll put a close-up video of it in. But a helicopter has just landed here, and I saw it land. So I'm guessing this is where they depart from to go up to Christ the Redeemer. But yeah, my plan was to stay here until sunset so I could see the city light up. And people told me it was going to be a long wait to get a ticket, which is why I came so early. And then obviously it's now 1:30. I'm already here, and I've got like 4.5 hours till sunset now. But I'm gonna stay. But yeah, I'm just gonna walk around and see, because the view is stunning. There's so many beaches that look gorgeous. So let's have a walk, see what we can see. Okay, so I have walked around to the other side of like where the cable car drops you off. So this is where you get onto the cable car, right next to this lovely beach. It comes up here to this one, and then the other one's over there. But yeah. Copacabana's the other side of this hill, which is where I'm staying. And I don't really know. I would have to say so far, well, honestly, if you only have time to do Christ or here, I would say do here, because Christ, I know it doesn't do it justice on camera, but it looks better from afar than close up. And there's so many other things here. Like, I'm only on the first level. There's a like bee sanctuary sort of thing with all these different types of bees. At 4:30 till 6, which is when sunset is, there's going to be a free DJ set going on. And yeah, there's like a journey through the monument. So yeah, it's a bit more expensive if you pay the full price to come here, but I think you can spend a lot longer and there's a lot more to do, so you have to weigh up your options. But I'm enjoying this so far, and I think I can spend the next 4 hours here to wait for sunset. So we'll see. So the name of this mountain is Morro da Urca, and to get up here for cheaper, well, it won't be free because to get to this mountain you can get up for free by doing a trek. This is where the trek comes out, and it starts down by the beach, and apparently it takes about 2 hours, but in the midday sun I was not doing that. And then you only have to pay to get up to Sugarloaf and back. So that's a bit cheaper, but yeah, that's another option. If you are tight on money and still want to go up, you could try that. I know I'm like jumping from place to place, but I'll sit down and talk properly in a bit. But this is what the cable cars used to look like, and you can go inside. So this used to be dangling from those cables to get you up to this mountain. It was made in 1912 and carried 22 people each trip. 22 people in that little metal cage from down there. I'm glad times have changed because I wouldn't want to do that. We also have more of the monkeys that I saw in Ilha Grande, but people are feeding them. Okay then, so I've been rushing a bit all over the place, so let's take a minute to sit down and have a chat. So, it's too sunny, I'm sorry. I'm going to squint at you if I do that. Yeah, so let's have a chat. So I did enjoy Christ the Redeemer, however, it was very busy for me, but I would still recommend it. It was, now thinking about it, like having a chance to think about it, it was really good. Like being there and like being with all those people that were experiencing the same thing. However, in the moment, it was quite overwhelming how many people there were. But yeah, I'm glad I did it still. But yeah, so as I said, you can get up there by the tram, which I will link in the description, or the van tour, or you can make your own way up there and buy the ticket at the top. But I'll put the links for the tram and the van below, and then you can look at where they leave from, because there are quite a few companies that do it, like sell the tickets, but I found the actual site, so you're not paying more than you need to. If you're short on time, you can do a tour. Now I found one tour that was it's been recommended by a couple of people to me, and it's on Get Your Guide, and I'll link that as well. And that does both Christ the Redeemer and Sugarloaf Mountain. So that could be an idea if you either don't want to have to figure out how to do both of them in one day yourself, or you just need to do it as quick as possible. But yeah, I have actually enjoyed my time in Rio. It's a lot busier than I was expecting, but no, it's good. It's good. And now I'm just sat here enjoying the view of this really long bridge. Look how long this bridge is. It goes all the way across before I head up to the second level, the actual Sugarloaf Mountain. So I'm going to do that in a minute. But yeah, if you've stuck this far, thank you for sticking with me while I'm jumping all over the place. But yeah, let's head up now. Okay, so I'm now at the observation deck for Sugarloaf. Here it is. And something I just found out, the first person to climb the actual Sugarloaf Mountain was a woman, and she did it in 1817 at the age of 39. That is a long way to physically rope climb up the side of. I'm proud of her, and I never even met her. So yeah, now we get the cable car up. Slightly worried because I've seen videos that say it's a lot more like windy and like moves around a lot, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm now at the top of Sugarloaf and the view is amazing. You can see here, that's Copacabana Bay. Hi. That's where we started. You got Christ, and then this is the cable car that you have to come up. The view is amazing. And I've been taking a survey from the staff of where the sunset's better. And the majority have said from the lower bit, which is where the DJ is. So I'm going to go back down for sunset, I believe. We'll see if that's a mistake when I'm down there, but no. At the minute, they're all saying there. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy the view for a while longer because I still got like 3 hours till sunset. So yeah, we've got time. So I'm going to go and find somewhere to sit and enjoy the view. So from the top you can not only see the bridge better, you can also see the airport here, and you can still see Christ, and then the other side you can see Copacabana. I'll show you where that when I'm around there. But I did find out you can book the helicopter tours from here and they will take off from that helipad at the bottom. And they start from 8 minutes for £80, and then go up to £600 for an hour. So that's an idea if you want to do that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm just sitting here. It's getting a little bit cloudy now, so I don't know how the sunset's going to be, but the sunset's going to be over there. So I'm hoping, as long as the clouds stay that side and not that side, it should still be a good sunset. But yeah, I think I'm going to head back down around 4 and then try and find a good spot to sit or stand for 2 hours to watch the sunset. But yeah, so I'll see you down there in a bit. Good morning. So I left you last night to go and watch the sunset, and I did get quite a nice sunset. I'm sure you've already seen like videos of me that I put in. But yeah, after the sunset, the queue to get back down the cable car was over an hour long. So it was queuing from where you get off on the first mountain, which is where I was waiting to watch it, all the way to where you get on to go up to actual Sugarloaf, and that took an hour to get down. But it did mean I got nice views of the city as it lit up. The only thing is my camera isn't the best for nighttime, so like you could see the city quite well, I think, but Christ the Redeemer was actually lit up, and I don't feel like the camera picked him up very well. So you'll just have to go and see for yourself what it looks like at night. But it was really nice and it was a really good experience. And I do think coming back down to the lower level was better for sunset in the end, because there was more space and the DJ was actually quite nice. You did have to, I was standing at the railing for an hour before the sunset so that I could have like a good view of the sunset, which means you were like quite far away from the DJ, but I could still hear him, so it was still fun. But it did mean that all the people that were watching the DJ actually missed the sunset. So just keep that in mind if you go. But yeah, it was a really nice experience and I'm really glad. And I do think, like what I said yesterday, if you only have time for one, do Sugarloaf. It was gorgeous. But yeah. So today what I have done is I have hired one of these orange bikes. I'll show you them in a bit. And you can either hire them on the actual Into app, or you can just hire them on Uber. And I just went for a nice bike ride all the way from Ipeanema Beach, which is I thought I was staying in Copacabana. Turns out Leme is like another beach that's attached to Copacabana. So I cycled from there all along Copacabana to the fort, and then all the way down to the end of Ipeanema, something like that. And then I'm going to spend the next few hours walking back. But look at this mountain. That's pretty good. These waves are like, they're so big all along the beach though. No matter what beach you're on, they're huge. I will say, as I was moving away from Copacabana though, the amount of people trying to sell you stuff does decrease. There's still people trying to sell you stuff, but it decreases. So if you do want to actually like relax on the beach, maybe come further down. It seems like this is more like the local end. So it could be nice for you to relax here without having people sell you crap. But yeah. No, I'm just gonna sit here for a bit, enjoy the view, and then I'll keep walking back. But yeah, I have enjoyed my time in Rio more than I thought I would. But yeah, it's definitely better than São Paulo. Definitely. São Paulo was just, if you're even having to decide between the two cities, don't even think about São Paulo, come to Rio. I mean, the beach for the start. Yeah, it's just, and people were saying Rio is more dangerous than São Paulo. Personally, I feel the opposite, in like my own opinion obviously. I didn't go out at night in either town. I mean, I was out in the dark last night, but I was literally got off I like walked 5 minutes from the cable car to get the Uber, and I don't think I would have done that if we were in São Paulo. So yeah, you have to decide for yourself, I guess, but just be careful in both and don't walk alone at night. But yeah. Okay, I'll see you later.